Hi, I'm here today at Pacific Plant Company with Teresa, the owner. I'm going to let her take it over here now and tell you a little bit about the store when she don't open and a little bit about herself as well. Sure, so take it over.
So I worked and still work part-time as an RN, and I wanted to find something to start my own business. Kind of started as just a little side hustle. During COVID, as a lot of people, we found new hobbies. I had always liked plants, but just kind of dived right into it, as well as a lot of other people. It was hard to find the specialty plants, collector's plants, rare plants, healthy plants locally, so I was having them shipped into my house. And I thought, what a great business idea. I could open up my own plant store. So that's how it started.
Well, I'm glad you did, because I have never been able to grow a thing, and now I have some beautiful plants from here that I have kept alive, and I love them. They're healthy and gorgeous, and I know you have some that are sourced here in our area.
Yes.
So let's go into some of the different plants that you have here. Okay, so Teresa, tell us about some of the plants here. I know last time I was here, these were something that were pretty special here.
Right, so we have our plants kind of sectioned by category a little bit. Here in the case, we either have plants that do require a little bit more humidity, like our carnivorous plants. This is a Nepenthes monkey cup. And some of our rare plants, so the philodendrons, Florida beauties, ghost plants, alocasias. We have our ties, and some more philodendrons here, so some of our rare plants. And then we try to keep everything just kind of by collection to make it easier if people are looking for something in particular. So we have all of our Hoyas here that are all pretty drought tolerant, pretty easy care. Our snake plants here at the bottom that are really good with low light, again, drought tolerant. Just all of our 4-inch plants are going to be basically in this section.
Okay, awesome. And then what is this plant here?
Okay, so we keep a lot of our medium light plants, or plants that can tolerate lower light, here. So these are a couple of our silver ribbon ferns. These are one of the plants that are grown by one of our local growers here. He grows some beautiful ferns. So he has these, again, silver ribbon ferns. He has these macho ferns. And way up here we have a lot of, gorgeous staghorn ferns. So I've decided to try to mount, or I have decided to mount a couple into baskets so they can either stay upright, or you can turn them to mount on your wall as well. So these are kind of what we call our calathea area. They like medium light, they prefer medium light, but they do require a little bit more humidity, so we do keep a humidifier close to them.
Now, when you have them in your home, should you put a humidifier out?
They would do better. If you don't, you might see some little brown crispy edges. They might not grow as well.
Okay.
Yep.
What about just spraying them with a bottle?
Correct. So misting, it's somewhat of a myth, because the humidity will raise up as soon as you mist, but very quickly it will be brought back down. So it's just a very temporary way of providing humidity. These humidifiers are probably a much better idea for the plants.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what do we have? What is this big, huge one up here? That is beautiful.
So that is another plant that is grown by our local grower here. This is an Alocasia regal shield. These guys do like a little bit more light to stay more upright. They are big leaners towards light, so you want to be rotating them. These are the smaller version, little baby version, but these guys grow really fast, and they're easy to take care of. I have one at home that I don't have in bright light. It's in, I would say, almost a lower light situation, and it still does well. It's just going to grow much slower.
Okay, great. And then I see succulents and things over here.
Yes, so this is our bright light area next to the window. So correct, so we have plants that many of them can tolerate being outdoors. prefer the bright light.
Okay,
Right, the
so
cactus.
These all need bright light.
Correct.
And so these can go outside.
These would have to be acclimated. They may get sunburned at first, so I would go really slow. Some of these are more of an indoor succulent. And then we do have pre-made arrangements for people that like to give plants as gifts. Yes. Have a little ready-to-go air plant terrariums as well that you can give as gifts.
Those are so cute. I love that. And then what is this one here?
So this is our Thai constellation. So this is one of the rare plants, collector's plants that we have in the store.
And that has to have a lot of light.
I would say medium to bright light. Again, most plants are going to do much better in the bright indirect light, but it can tolerate a medium light.
Okay. Perfect. Is there anything else that we need to know about the store, or, you know, plant here, anything like that that you want to share with us?
Sure, we're always here to answer any of your questions. I don't want anybody to ever feel ashamed that they've unalived a plant. We have all done it. We've all done it many times, and it's okay. And you know, we learn a lot from experience. So I think plants are a lot of experimenting to find what works well. I mean, in our climate's much different than Florida or Hawaii. And we can help with that. So we are text friendly as well. You can send us a picture and we'll help you out as best we can.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really helpful. I love these guys here.
Yes, string of pearls. Those are one that I have killed a few, or unalived a few.
I love that better, unalive. That's what I
And I think I finally learned the trick, so.
So what is the trick to keeping these alive?
So these I never water from the top. I soak them in water from the bottom for about 15 minutes. I just feel them. If they feel light, I give them a little soak from the bottom till maybe it's about halfway up. Because the capillary action will continue to move up the soil. But that's,
they need a lot of light.
They do. So they're going to want bright light to really fill in the top of the pot. If you find your string of pearls is growing, but it's becoming bare, that could be why. They can tolerate direct sun though. They can go outside.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's a neon pothos. So those are, yeah, bright green. So the philodendron.
Do those grow fairly easily?
Oh yes, one of the easy cure plants. So any pothos is going to be pretty adaptable to any light situation. Dries out. Yeah, so that's one of our Hoyas. So again, you want to let that dry out all the way. You can neglect those pretty well. Yeah. We try to carry just a big variety of plants. Find things that you can't find in the big box stores. We inspect our plants several times every day, making sure they're happy and healthy. Yeah, so when the plants come in from the growers, we do spray them with an organic, it's oil-based, to prevent any pests. And we continue to do that once a week because there's some that you can't see that could be hiding.